Hello, I'm Tim Follin, the author of Contradiction.
And I'm John Geiler, casting director, assistant producer, and actor.
And this is Contradiction, a murder mystery adventure game that uses 100% live-action video with real actors in real locations for all of the gameplay.
Which means this is a brand new FMV game. Now, I know what you're thinking. FMV games have a less than stellar history. They're just full of dodgy acting, dodgy storylines, and pretty poor, if non-existent, playability.
Well, maybe that was true once, but not anymore.
Well, at least not with Contradiction.
Absolutely, because Contradiction takes the FMV genre to a whole new level of playability. In Contradiction, you have genuine control over what happens. You decide where to go, what to do, who to talk to, and what to talk about. And it plays as smoothly and seamlessly as a graphics game.
He's right, it genuinely does. And on top of that, it features some great performances from a cast of seasoned professionals, I myself among them, as well as telling a captivating, atmospheric, and at times, pretty scary story.
Contradiction is already available for iPad and has had some great reviews, but this game has been destined for the desktop all along, preferably plugged into a big TV with nice speakers and some popcorn. So John, why don't we explain how it works?
Okay, well, the protagonist of the story is a policeman called Inspector Jenks, who acts as your eyes and ears and hands and feet within the game. He walks around, collects things, he sees things, he uses items, he talks to people, he meets and calls the chief for help, but the thing he's best at is interviewing characters.
Now, if you could be the detective in a TV drama, you'd probably want to be able to question characters and interrogate them, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd want to do that.
Of course you would. You'd want to catch them out, make them squirm, and get them to confess to stuff. Well, that's exactly what Contradiction is all about. When you visit someone, you'll see Jenks knock at the door and introduce himself, then begin the interview.
You can leave an interview and go back again anytime you want.
That's right, and on subsequent visits, you'll just go straight into the interview. So, once in an interview, you can scroll through all the items you've collected, select something and get Jenks to ask the character what they know about it. You can ask about almost everything in your inventory. When they've replied, a bullet point summary of what they said appears in text beneath that item.
And that comes up every time you select that item with that character.
So now all you have to do is spot the contradiction.
The best bit. Now you see, everyone in Contradiction is a barefaced liar, a bit like real life, which means that some of those replies will be contradicted by other replies. All you have to do is spot the lies by pairing two contradictory statements together, you see?
That's right. To explain it properly, we'll show you an actual example from the game. This is a spoiler, but there are lots of contradictions in the game, and frankly, this is the only way of showing you how it works. So, when you ask Simon here about the murder victim Kate Vine, he claims that he's only known her for 3 months. But when you ask about another item, a necklace, he admits that he saw Kate wearing it at college.
Aha! Now, if you've read the case notes on Simon, you'll see that he graduated from college 18 months ago, which means that one of those statements must be a lie.
Yes.
All you have to do is pair them together. Then the statements will go green and you'll see Jenks interrogate Simon, forcing him to admit why he was lying. Simple.
And that's why it's called Contradiction.
That's right.
When characters confess, they'll often change their story. But sometimes one of their new statements turns out to be another lie, which will be contradicted by something else they said. Also, they may give you some new information to ask other characters about, and you may also jump to a new chapter.
I'll explain about chapters.
Okay.
Yes, you see, the game is split into 8 chapters from 5 p.m. until midnight. As you work through the contradictions, you'll also progress through the evening. And with each new chapter, new places and items become available. And there'll be new things to see, and the story will gradually unfold as you discover more and more about the characters. Which brings us onto the story.
Contradiction is about this man, Ryan Rand.
Played by me. Sorry.
Played by Mr. John Geiler. He's the leader of a controversial business training course called Atlas.
That's Ryan, not me.
That's right, of course not. Who'd suggest such a thing? Rumours abound that Atlas have been using unorthodox training methods and have even been accused of employing mind control techniques.
Sounds well dodgy. So when a former student is found drowned in a local lake, Atlas are quick to deny any involvement and no evidence is found of any wrongdoing. The case is on the verge of being closed when the chief inspector decides to send in his best man, Inspector Jenks, to investigate. Jenks has one night to discover the truth behind Kate Vine's death.
As you progress through the story, Jenks uncovers the dark heart of Atlas and begins to reveal what they're really up to. But that's enough of the spoilers.
Yep, you'll have to play the game to find out what happens.
Absolutely. So if you want to see this game on the incredible Steam platform, vote now.
That's right. Vote now. It's like a general election, isn't it?
Thank you.